Eminence in Shadow is trash. Change my mind. Remember the Gigguk video we watched yesterday? Yes, that's right. We did a reaction on that, but there's another guy named Airier. I'm not really sure if I'm saying his name right. Airier. He made a reaction video on that Gigguk video, actually stating opinions. Usually when I do reactions, I just glaze it up, right? All I have are positive things to say, because I'm a pussy-ass bitch sitting on the fence playing to both sides. But this guy has the balls to say something bad about Eminence in Shadow, going against the popular narrative. That is quite that's a lot of respect. Now, guys in chat, be nice, please. Please handle yourself, because we're just at the end of the day talking about anime. He's gonna say some shit to trigger you guys, but let's see what he has to say.
Is the new king of bad Isekai. I know this is about Eminence in Shadow.
Yeah?
I saw the thumbnail. And unlike most times where I'm like, hey, I have no idea what we're going into here. No, I actually know what we're going into here because I tried watching this and...
And? What? What?
It had an amazing production quality for a person I absolutely despised because he was so freaking stupid.
But cool.
It's like, I'm an edgelord of edgelords. Who's a side of edgelord?
But that's the whole point of the show, right? Because we're trying to immediately say, hey, he's a cringy edgelord, but he embraces that cringe, and that is the whole point of the show. I hope he understands this, right?
It's like literally, if a Mary Sue was dedicated to edgelordiness, this is the character in the first episode. I'm just sitting.
Yes, that is exactly the point.
You're going.
Yeah?
Nope.
What? Well, that is like, as long as he understands the whole point of Eminence in Shadow is to be an edgelord, and if he doesn't like that aspect, that's perfectly fine. He's just not the target audience for it. But as long as he understands that, you can't really shit on it. He's just basically saying this isn't for me, right?
But I've heard really good things about the rest of the show, and I want to see what Gigguk has to say about this, because screw it, why not? I'm in to find out what's going on. I respect his opinion, and I want to see if maybe I should give this another chance.
You should.
I'm leaning towards no.
Come on!
You guys know the deal, though. There's a link below to the original video, and if you like this, subscribe, leave a like, and tell me if there's anything else I should check out.
All right, let's see it.
I occasionally do. Yeah.
Let's see it. Mr. Airier, let's we got.
I am shocked.
I want you to cast your mind back for a bit.
Oh, Zenith.
No,
hello, Zenith.
It's summer holiday in 8th grade, and you've just discovered anime. Mirai Nikki is close to peak. Akame ga Kill was the most tragic thing you'd ever seen.
Was it?
Scene where Kirito gets his second sword and
more Sword Art Online spoilers. What? What is it? What is that reaction?
8th grade. I just
Oh, is he basically just self-reporting that he's old and he's like, shit, I was in 8th grade when I watched these shows?
Sorry, I'm suddenly feeling very old. He's like, you were back in 8th grade and discovered anime. I'm like, oh yeah, Outlaw Star, Digimon. Technically completely different, because I didn't realize Digimon was anime for a decade.
My man watched Digimon when he was in 8th grade? Bro, you don't even have to tell me your age now.
Yeah. It's like Outlaw Star for me, and I'm just sitting here like, wait, Sword Art Online, but that's the new, oh god, it's not new anymore. Yeah. Yeah, this is like, hey, remember this thing that now counts as classic? Oh, God, I feel old.
Boomers unite.
Was the goddamn coolest thing you'd ever seen? Because of course it was.
More SAO spoilers?
Everything was cool. You didn't care about characters.
What?
Is that a
what? Vodka? Actually, yeah, did he?
Vodka,
was that?
Monster.
Probably shouldn't tell you guys to drink when you, I mean, high school days are fucking crazy, man. We would have like graduate kids like coming to the park, and we would like basically there's this thing called a boot, and you would tell these older kids to like buy alcohol for you, and they would go to the liquor store and get what you want, but then there's like a boot tax. You'd give them like 5%, like $5 extra. Anyways, let's not talk about that.
Minecraft. To be fair, with the updates, it looks pretty sick. And
it's like a hover thing.
What?
You ride on it. It's like
I thought if I went back, I would know what that is. I don't know what that is. It looks like he's sitting on a. Or he's standing on a
hoverboard.
Oh, is it one of those hoverboards?
Yes.
Oh, those are disappointing because they don't hover.
They just glide.
I know. That's my problem with it. I'm sticking to it.
It's cool. You didn't care about character development. You didn't think about story structure. You had a quote like, "I'm a gamer."
Raid Shadow Legend. Oh wait, are we getting an ad? Are we getting an ad right now?
But because I choose to have many, and you thought to yourself, "Damn."
I've heard that tagline and I hate every second of it. It's like someone went to their 5-year-old. It's like, hey, what's a gamer? Or like not even a 5-year-old. A 5-year-old would be deeper than that. They did something worse. They went to a preteen, not a teenager yet, to get all angsty. Just angsty enough that they're actually going to be deep, but not actually know what deep is. I think there's a
What did you just say?
something worse. They went to a preteen, not a teenager yet, to get all angsty, just angsty enough that they're actually going to be deep, but not actually know what deep is. Yet to get all angsty, just angsty enough that they're actually going to be deep, but not actually know what deep is. I think there's a Reddit
That's just my degenerate brain, bro. As soon as you fucking mention preteens in this, you don't know what deep is.
subforum about that, but I don't know because I don't refuse to do Reddit on any principle whatsoever.
That's deep. I'm a gamer. Were you cringe? Hell yeah, you were. But you know what?
Nope,
You
I am
enjoyed
literally the same as I
yourself,
was
and
when I
that's
was
what's
13.
important, even if you
It
can
doesn't
look
get
back
any
and
better.
think, God, what was I thinking? But what happens when you find a show that stops trying to run away from that cringe? It
embraces the cringe, that's
distills
right.
The cringe.
Yes.
Knuckles down and envelops you in the edge fest, high
Reinforces the
intensity,
cringe.
full-blown world of cringe you thought you'd grown past and refuses to apologize about it.
Yes.
I need
Power. Oh, the English.
Really?
I mean, if you've never seen Eminence in Shadow and you heard that I need more power line without any context, it's just gonna sound goofy as fuck, right? But we know the context, so he's obviously gonna be like, "What is this shit?"
Considering the accent, that was the original Japanese dub, so he was actually speaking English.
Yeah,
so it's actually
English,
even
yes.
cringier.
English, yes.
So my initial impression of him was right. He is the edgelord, but they're actually
Yes.
edgelording him up for the sake of edgelording.
Yes, the entire premise of the anime is being as cringe and as edgy as possible.
Maybe from a writing perspective, that's good, but I'm not sure if I would enjoy that. Oh, that. I thought maybe I was misreading it. No, doesn't seem like I am.
No.
You get the Eminence in Shadow. Anime has been absolutely killing it lately. 2022 was not only full of surprises, but shows that
I still need to
push
watch
the
that one.
boundary of anime. Modern classics that stamps their mark on the scene and will
Bocchi
stay
the
for
Rock!
years
Need to
to
see that.
come. Eminence in Shadow is not one of those shows. This is every 14-year-old teenage angsty fantasy turned up to 11. It's
Yes.
edgy. It's
Yes.
horny. It
God bless Delta there.
might well just be the new king of trashy isekai, and it's by far
It
the
is.
most goddamn fun I've had in the genre for years.
Wait, what?
ReZero, Slime, Mushoku Tensei.
Those are all proper serious isekais. We're talking about mean, trashy isekais, though.
All brilliant shows we've gotten in the
Yeah?
past few years that absorb you into that intricate world and have shown us how truly great isekai can be. If these three shows are the 3-star Michelin meals of isekai,
Then we're gonna remember what the comparison we made. Eminence in Shadow is gonna be the 7-Eleven pizza at 3 a.m. You eat it in a parking lot, high as fuck with your friends. Amazing series.
I'll be honest. I know people
Is he about to shit on these series too? Is he about to shit on Slime, Mushoku Tensei, and the other one too? No way.
really like ReZero. I'll be honest. I know people really like ReZero.
But
I can never get into it.
No, hold on, no, guys, no. He's just stating his opinions. Everyone can have their own different, flavor. And we haven't even watched ReZero on this channel yet. And you guys have been hyping the shit out of it. But for someone to just call out ReZero, like, this is a video shitting on Eminence in Shadow. And ReZero is getting straight bullets.
Stand the main character. I know. I've been told he gets really cool and
Yeah?
interesting. Well, maybe not cool, but interesting.
Did you
later.
watch it? Did
Like,
you watch it?
after the first season? Later. Yeah. These were amazing, though, and I absolutely love them.
Okay, no, look, he liked the Mushoku Tensei, he liked the slime, but I guess, ReZero is just maybe not for him.
Listen, there's actually some really good isekai he doesn't have on this list, but the details.
Oh, he's an isekai connoisseur. Okay. Did he watch it though? I'm not really sure. Based on what he said about how shit gets better after season 1, I'm gonna assume that he maybe watched a bit of it, and he decided that the main character of ReZero was cringe or whatever. I don't know, but I mean, if he likes Mushoku Tensei and Slime, I'm gonna assume he's like the textbook like orthodox isekai like enjoyer, and I'm sure he has great tastes.
The fact that this is being held up as one, this is why I'm thinking I don't quite have the same taste in isekai Garnt does, because
And again, here it is. I don't have the same taste in isekai as Garnt or Gigguk does, because again, he's a different audience. Eminence in Shadow is not marketed towards this guy. He's not the target audience like we are, right? But you got to understand that, right? People can enjoy different things, but you don't have to hate on people's opinions for it. No, you can hate a person's opinion, but don't hate on the person itself,
yeah, this would not be on the list.
this is Eminence in Shadow.
That's right.
And this is me.
McDonald's. You don't like
I hate
McDonald's,
everything
bro?
about this entire illusion because the metaphor he's using is actually
McDonald's.
accurate, and I completely get it, and I hate.
He gets it! He gets it! We're comparing Michelin star grade Mushoku Tensei, ReZero Slime, but then Eminence and Shadow is like the fucking Big Mac meal, bro. Ooh, give me that filet of fish on the side with that tartar sauce. Oh, give me that shit. Uh-huh. Trashy Isekai.
Oh, that's the muck. Oh God, I can't.
Get me to embrace.
Sorry, I like food. I'm a huge fan of it.
Yeah.
Those things
Mukbang? You don't like it?
I just ate right before this, and something about it just makes me nauseous. Oh, I just. Nope, no, I'm good. I just got it down.
You should throw up right now.
I
Get
was
more
not
views.
expecting that.
Embrace the cringe. Gigguk, do you fantasize about getting hit by a truck? Is this another case of me having isekai brain rot? No.
What?
Okay.
Maybe.
I haven't forgotten what good anime is. I still remember my best of 2022 anime list.
Reminds me, I do need to watch that eventually, but
Me
Okay,
too.
it's gonna
I need
sound
to watch
stupid.
that too.
I usually avoid his newer stuff because
Why?
it's spoilers for animes I want to watch.
That's actually kind of true. Well, the best of is like after a couple months after the new anime series is aired, right? So the best of like, what's the season right now? Like fall 2023 is not going to start yet, right? But at least that we're covering a lot of anime. But those videos, I guess, does spoil a little bit, yeah?
I say, considering I watch abridges to absolutely spoil things that I want to watch.
Hypocrite!
If I want to watch them.
There's no way he watched in the bridge of Eminence and Shadow or ReZero and thought that it was trash and didn't watch it after that, right? There's no way he did that, right?
That literally doesn't make any sense, and even I'm aware of that. The hell me.
Still remember Chainsaw Man. Speaking of which, Chainsaw Man itself is having a
Nikkei
collaboration with
hashtag
today's
ad
sponsor.
Raid Shadow Legends.
That's right.
Don't tell me you're gonna watch it all. Don't. Really? You watched this entire ad, bro? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Are you serious, bro?
It's an auto battler that you just sit back and watch. We know exactly what they're there for.
I mean, the Nikkei has some nice titty and butt booty ass jiggling.
I know what you're thinking, but look, it's been 1 whole year since my last Isekai video on this channel, and the tax has to be paid.
Wait. What anime were those?
What?
I think
Mushoku Tensei.
Sentinel. Oh, he's putting up the really good ones. And I just realized it's all the tax cards of Magic. I didn't even know he played Magic.
Oh, it's just Magic the Gathering example. I have no clue about that Magic the Gathering.
Unless it's just a random insert he actually likes.
Has to be paid. White girls have true crime. Gigguk has bullshit isekai. But contrary to popular belief, I don't just blindly recommend
Everything he just said is completely accurate, and my wife is exactly an example of that.
Gigachad has a wife.
Specifically, maybe late at night when she's watching something as I'm about to fall asleep, and I just hear in the background, and this is when the husband found out it was murder. And she saw him sleeping, pulled out a knife, and began to shave his scrotum off. And I'm just sitting here going, don't roll over, don't
Hide your scrotum, bro.
Pretend you're asleep. Yeah, there's a lot of effed up videos on YouTube if your wife is really looking
Should we search up shaving scrotum right now on YouTube? Probably not.
for that late at night, and she's definitely not trying to give you a message. It's funny because it definitely didn't happen at all, and I'm not trying to repress the memory or pretend I didn't have it.
I think his balls got clean shaven after that.
And maybe talking about it in a video she may or may not see is a bad idea. If I'm never available again after this video goes out, you know why.
His wife cut his ball sacks off.
That airs every season. And before you
I saw
go,
that
no, that's
when he
cap.
pulled up.
This
It's
is my
shit.
face when I'm
Fun
saying
shit, but
it.
shit.
Look at this serious face. Do you see how deathly serious I am taking
I
this?
do.
I would never mislead you in something.
A lot
like
of cap.
this.
Why?
Now, I don't want to be assuming because he did say that he's a little bit of a boomer himself, right? This is self-proclaimed boomer. But does he understand what cap means here? Does he understand all these hats, stacked on top of each other? Saying cap, lying? Does he understand?
Why?
This is a show that.
Wait, what the hell? Oh, okay, why were there a bunch of fat guys in drag? And
What?
okay, I get the hat joke because it's like
Cap, lying?
kind
You
of
get
status thing to wear more than one. I guess.
He did not get it, did he?
I don't. Okay, I get the hat joke because it's like some kind of status thing to wear more than one. I guess I don't. I don't do cool in the slides, so I have no idea. But
I fucking called it, bro. I fucking called it, bro. He didn't know what cap means, but he did say that he watched Digimon in the 8th grade. He did say that he's an older fella, and there's nothing wrong about being old. You too will be old one day. But I did call him out and said, does he know what cat really means here? He definitely is not the target audience for Eminence Shadow. Nothing wrong with that, though.
I need to ask, what is
Cap.
up with this?
Cap. Cap is slang for saying, you capping, you lying, you bullshitting. If you have more hats stacked on top of each other, it's like stacking the caps, you know? So it's like more lying, more bullshit on what Gigguk just said, which is, you know, I don't recommend a lot of the isekais, but, you know, that's all he does.
I know it's going to be stupid. I know it's a meme I'm probably just not up on because it's not cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or it is cool, and I just don't get it because me. What the hell is up with that? I just don't know.
This is a show that won't go down as a classic of anime. It doesn't have a lot in common with the isekai greats like Mushoku Tensei. Eminence in Shadow is edgy, self-serving. You see what happens in it, and it's like...
Claire getting
Mushoku
punched.
Tensei is more like... The plot goes like this.
Air's getting curb stomped. It was fucking out of nowhere. It's so impactful.
Sid Kagano is a man obsessed with... But unfortunately, he gets hit by a truck and dies. Reborn in a fantasy world, he continues his pursuit of power, secret organization,
Am
What?
I the only person who understood absolutely nothing of that, but it got exactly the thing he was talking about?
Yes, and that's the whole point of the show. You don't have to worry about that shit because I'm atomic.
Generic isekai plot of guy
Yes.
looking for power got
Yes.
isekai'd.
Yes. Exactly.
It's like, I have no idea what he just said, but I'm pretty sure I also just got
Yes, generic guy wants more power, gets isekai. That's exactly the premise of the show, but also cringe and super edge.
that right.
give up. The big issue I've had when trying to talk about the show to anyone is that as soon as I open my mouth to explain anything that happens, I instantly lose anyone listening because everything that comes out of my mouth sounds fucking stupid. Because it is fucking stupid. The main point of this show is that Sid makes up the most dumb, convoluted, fanfiction.net, Tumblr-ass plot developments he can think
Yeah,
up on the spot.
Cult of
and it's a-
Diabolos.
Hey, that's not fair. Fanfiction.net has maybe a handful of videos. Well, not videos. Actually, there are people with linking to
I didn't know fanfic.net was actually a real site until I guess he okay, I didn't know it was a real thing.
videos.
I guess I'm not the target audience for that.
Sometimes it's weird. But a handful of actual good stories. And the other one's Tumblr. That's probably an
Tumblr was goated a couple of years back when they allowed it, you know, a lot of the NSFW content. As soon as they got rid of that, rip.
unfair comparison to this, actually, by comparison to Tumblr. Yeah.
turns out to be true. The man has no investment in the people around him and what's going on. He's just role-playing
Really?
his perfect isekai power fantasy story, and everyone in the world is forced to dance to his tune. On one side, he's Shadow, incarnation of vengeance, entity of the night, slayer of pussy. The man fucks without losing his virginity.
That's
because
right, he never loses. That's
Shadow's
right.
a man who based their entire personality over listening to My Chemical Romance once. This is what people who shop
What is that? What's wrong?
Oh, I know people like that.
What, My Chemical Romance? What?
This hurts. This actually causes emotional trauma because it hurts. I know people.
It's so relatable?
Thankfully, I was never this bad. If only because I literally haven't changed. I'm as dumb as I used to be. Nothing ever got better there. But it also means I was never this bad because I'm still not this bad. And it just, I'm like,
Why? Why? Tell me. Tell me. Speak out your
secondhand
thoughts.
Cringe.
to hot topics soar in their mind's eye. Shadow's the type of guy who would say,
You know why they call it the Dead Sea?
What?
Because I killed it.
Ha 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 ha. I think that joke kind of fell flat.
I hate that as edgy as that is. It's such a stupid pun. I'm kind of jealous. And I hate that I'm jealous about this.
See, there's that inner Chuny inside him. Look at that. No. He liked it. He liked it.
Why did this video turn into something so emotionally painful? It's just like,
Maybe it's so relatable to him. Maybe inside of this older gentleman, there's a soul inside. The Chuny soul that yearns for the cringe, edgy anime. And if he were to watch Eminence in Shadow, I bet he'd appreciate it.
I wasn't expecting this to be a hard video to get through.
but on the flip side, he's plain old Sid Kagano, a guy devoted to being an invisible background character who won't stand out, won't
Skeleton
attract
Poe.
attention, chasing his dream to be the ultimate real-life NPC, which...
Hey guys, I'm in New York City just hanging out.
That sound bite is so
honestly, it's not
funny.
hard to do nowadays. The thing is, he will refuse to break character.
What?
Okay.
What?
I kind of want to ask what was up with that video. At the same time,
Oh, the New York video.
I'm terrified someone will give me a link.
I think it's just staged.
That way lies madness.
Character no matter what, and I really mean no matter what. His sister gets kidnapped and tortured. His school is the target of a terrorist attack.
Seriously?
Yeah. Chuny fantasies.
And the first thing that goes through his mind is, all right, boys, it's
I need to die
NPC
first.
time.
I need to
I'm
die
gonna give myself
first.
the most pathetic death
Yeah.
possible. As Shadow,
Seriously?
he will literally
Although him resurrecting himself after that was pretty fucking cool.
commit to robbing a grand piano only to transport it to an underground cave so he can ominously play it with the lights
Yes.
beaming down
And make note of the cape fluttering here and the feathers blowing upwards in an underground cave where there is no airflow.
for the ultimate edgelord.
Yes, he did all that. Yes.
I don't think he's changing my mind on just how horrible his character is, but it's like,
No. But the horrible this character mean when he says that, he's talking about it is so cringe. But that's the whole point of the show, right? The more cringe he is, the better it is. But he just is not the target audience for it, right? So it makes sense as to why he thinks this is horrible.
I'm getting Room vibes off this. Like, everything he's saying is like, yes, it's bad. You
Yeah.
know it's bad. It's not good.
No, it's so bad that it's good.
It's worse than you think. But it's kind of like the train wreck you don't want to look away from.
A train wreck you don't want to look away from, like it's a disaster of a show. I'm not sure if I would agree, but I understand the example he's giving. I don't like a train wreck you don't want to look away from is like some like berserk CGI, right? Something that's so grotesquely wrong that you have to watch and you're just like, what the fuck am I watching, right? This is not really that.
Yeah, the room is literally, oh god, is this anime Room? Oh no.
Look. The man is more dedicated to his role than Jake Paul is to playing an asshole. He could give Daniel Day.
Let's be
What?
completely honest. We all know at this point, it's not a role.
I'm amazed that he actually knows who Jake Paul is. Because he didn't know what Cap was, but he does know what Jake Paul is.
It's a lifestyle.
Lewis a run for his money in his commitment to method acting. Oh, okay, so this is like a parody of Isekai? Kinda. Comedy
Yeah.
is subjective. Is a phrase people use when they're about to say they don't find something funny. Eminence's Shadow has some decent jokes here and there, though it can be hit or miss. Sometimes it'll do this thing where it will spell out this overused trope and pass it off as a joke, which is something I've always
I'm always going to find Gamma falling and flashing her ass funny to me. Always.
despised, but sometimes it can play
Epsilon titty falling down, always funny to me. And then her making sure that no one saw it, always funny to me.
Around with that.
And everyone else playing around saying, no, ma'am, we did not see anything.
expectations in amusing ways. We've all
Like, he probably has no idea what the fuck is going on there. He just sees slime fucking blobs being dry. Like, he has no idea what's going on, right? So I don't blame him.
watched that scene where the main character accidentally goes in the hot spring, sees the girl, she
Excalibur!
goes, gets angry, blah blah blah. Alright, here's what happens with Sid. Barges into hot spring. It's the girl's hot spring.
Yep.
Doesn't acknowledge the girl. Flexes his pee-pee.
Excalibur!
Elaborate further. Leaves.
One thing I wish Gigguk put in the video was the fucking slap with the towel. That scene was great. And she even tried it herself right after it. Alexia was like, holy shit, that looks cool. Sigma
I
theme.
hate how that's actually not bad writing because it just turns the trope on its head.
Yes, and I bet you would love it. It does it a lot.
On the other hand,
What? What?
why?
Why not?
Yeah.
Why
Going
not?
back to my previous statement, this is The Room as an anime. An edgelord
I would have to watch The Room to actually understand what he's saying, but
anime.
it is the Edgelord anime.
This is a show that is not afraid to play around with tropes we're familiar with and subvert our expectations to varying degrees of success.
It's like someone
But
who's
what I found
really
more
good at
impressive
writing
and
decided to
a hell
write
of a lot
something
more
really bad to see
amusing
if they
is how
could.
hard it
If someone really good at writing decided to write something bad just to see if they could. No. I think the writer, the author is very self-aware of what he's writing. He's intentionally making a cringe edgelord character in order to make a deconstruction, a parody of existing animes, play on its tropes, but at the same time enhance it in a unique way that we've never seen before. I don't think he's doing it to be bad, but I just think that his context of what bad is the shit that we love, you know?
commits to its own bullshit act. It makes fun of itself while doubling down.
It's very self-aware. Baldy in that suit. What the fuck, bro? Again. The bald jokes in this show is actually so good too.
Quadrupling the
Why was that
fuck down
a bunch
on
of-
all the
what
cheesy,
the-
cringe
He's confused about the bald man.
ass moments we roll our eyes at.
Flash step.
I just realized where the music's from. Gundam. Good choice. But also, why do you have to put something I kind
The
of
baldies?
respect in there?
Oh, the music. I thought he was talking about the baldy and spandex.
I don't remember which Gundam that is. Is that Gundam Wing? Yeah, it's probably Gundam Wing.
In your typical trashy power fantasy isekai,
Speaking of
beyond
Edgewords.
being a straight up parody,
Really?
it's just entirely self-aware. If you find yourself not taking the show too seriously, then end up being completely invested in all the dumb
Yes.
shit that
You don't take the show seriously at first because of how overly cringe and edgy it is. But then somehow you're caught up into this epic story and it just delivers every time.
ends up happening. They say that love and hate are two halves of the same coin, but Eminence in Shadow proves that the exact same thing is true with cringe and cool.
Yes.
What happens when you take all those cringe scenes that would only appeal to an edgy 13-year-old, distill it, rev up the stupidity to 100? Does it somehow become
What's wrong? What's wrong? What? What? Tell me. What? What? Tell me. You're so close. What? Words.
I am both annoyed and kind of impressed because I get the point he's making. It
Okay.
just
But
hurts.
what hurts though? The cringe?
He's illustrating that this is well done. It's thought out. Whoever
Yes.
did this knew what they were doing.
Yes, they're very self-aware and this is intentional execution.
And they were doing the best they could at the worst possible thing they could. I'm impressed, and I don't want to be.
He slowly. I think at the end of the day, he keeps going back to his like younger days and how he was like cringe himself and stuff like that. And I think when he watches the cringe stuff, he's reminded of all the cringe memories, and that is like inhibiting his open-mindedness to Eminence in Shadow. But the more he watches this, the more he's warming up to it. And I think this is a common situation of, have you watched SpongeBob? We know when Squidward said he doesn't want to eat the Krabby Patty. He hates the Krabby Patty, but he secretly wants the Krabby Patty. And when no one's watching, he's eating that shit all by himself. I bet when was this video made? 7 months ago. What if he already fucking marathon season 1 in one go? I bet he did, bro.
cool again? This is what Eminence in Shadow asks. And I
It's
think there's
intentionally over
one
the top,
scene
so
that
someone has to be
encapsulates
trope aware and aware what they're
Yes.
doing to do that.
So
Exactly.
you don't want to be spoiled for episode 5, just
Don't
skip
care.
ahead. Sid has always been obsessed with becoming powerful. In his past life, he was already
Yeah,
pretty
this is why I
OP.
was so
The man
stupid.
dedicated himself
No, it's not stupid. It's a fucking 15-year-old kid in high school with crowbars fighting a military. The more I say that out loud, the more I stupid it sounds. Okay, maybe it is stupid, but it's good.
to being Batman without all the fancy gadgets. He had trained enough to take down any thug he encountered.
And the way that he was like talking specifically about the mechanics of how to use a crowbar in such detail, it's like, bro, how the fuck do you even know this?
But so what? No matter how much a mortal can train, there are still
Oh,
limits
here we
to
go.
what you can achieve. What if he went up against a firing squad? What if someone dropped
Atomic.
a nuclear bomb on you?
That's
no matter
right.
how much you develop your muscles, hone your mind.
And this is
perfect
where I
your
couldn't stand
skills.
anymore. It
If
just got
someone
so-
comes
No, but this is the best part. It's so ridiculous because he's saying, I've mastered all these martial arts, but at the end of the day, if I'm confronted with a nuclear attack, I'll be gone. And yes, in a brief glance, it might sound overly ridiculous and stupid, and it is because it's a fucking high school student comparing himself how he can compete against the nuke. Yes, that is the entire point.
Over the
along
top
with
when
a
he did
nuclear
this.
bomb, you'd be instantly vaporized.
Yes.
Or so he thought. Because
Oh, here we go.
reincarnated in the new world, he refused to give up on his
What?
dream. There was still a height he had yet to attain. So, after years upon years of training, he arrived at but a single solution.
One single
That's
solution.
right. If I don't want to be vaporized by
He's not very impressed by this, is it? I'm not sure, actually. He's doing this, but at the same time, there's a little smirk. I think he's gonna love this show if he watches
a
it.
nuclear explosion,
I've heard about
I
this
must
one.
simply become
I mean, if he actually, this is straight up just spoiling it, right? I mean, I feel like this should be like a first time thing. You should watch this blind. If you already see, I don't know, it'd be kind of ruining the moment, so maybe he won't be really impressed. Like, this should be catching you off guard, blind reaction.
the nuke.
What?
Oh! Yes, ASMR.
That's actually the
Atomic.
line? I thought that was
Yeah.
a joke people were talking about.
I can believe why he would think that because of the sudden change in voice, because it turned into like this auto-tuned ASMR, atomic point. So I guess because it's so different from what you would expect in like a regular anime, people would think that it's like a meme line. Maybe someone made an edit on TikTok, but okay. What?
It sounded so cheesy. You know, considering everything that's been said so far, having it sound intentionally cheesy is probably, again, and also that was the original Japanese dub, wasn't it?
Yes, English.
Yeah, it's literally a weeb talking in English because it sounds funny.
Yes.
Huh. Okay. Boom. It's so over the top. I kind of want to watch it, but
It's so over the top. I kind of want to watch it. See, he's warming up to it slowly. He
I
is.
also hate myself for that.
It's fine. You shouldn't hate yourself for it, though. Why hate yourself for it? It's not bad to watch intentionally cringy and edgy things. That is the whole point of the show. You shouldn't hate yourself for it. Now, you should hate yourself for it if you actually watch Reincarnate as a hot spring, but maybe we'll watch that another day.
Also, yeah, that is way too small for a nuke.
What the fuck did I just watch?
Good
Power
question.
trip.
What is this?
Yeah, what is this? Why?
Why say Atomic and Times New Roman?
Why did he say Atomic and Times New Roman?
Why is it so entertaining? This doesn't try to differentiate itself from a typical power fantasy isekai.
It
This fully commits to
embraces it.
being
Not
the
embraces
power
either.
fantasy isekai. Then goes 10 steps further beyond what is necessary. He is stupidly OP. He's never in any real danger. He'll say cringe lines and pass them off as the coolest thing ever said. You think other isekai protagonists specialize in having their own harem? Well,
Yes. Give me a single isekai protagonist that doesn't have multiple girls, bro. I swear to God, every isekai that we've seen at least has multiple girls. And it might not be a harem intentionally. They might not explicitly say it's a harem, but he'll have a party of girls.
not only does every influential figure happen to be a cute girl who of course ends up falling for him, but he's goddamn built an entire shadow organization with 0 boys allowed. Alpha.
Seriously?
Still waiting for the trap or the fanboy to show up.
Beta, Gamma, Delta, Epsilon, Eta, Zeta, Sigma. The man's created his own harem institute of hundreds, not dozens, hundreds of superpowered waifus that end up amassing so much wealth and power that they end up influencing the world stage. And he did this by complete
Bullshit.
accident.
Yeah.
The best part of all this is having to see everyone in the world take Sid's bullshit roleplaying
So seriously.
100% seriously.
And again, I keep mentioning this, how this compares to One Punch Man Isekai, because it's the supporting side characters taking everything so seriously that you get immersed into the story to the point where these jobbers who shouldn't be a threat to Shadow are a threat to everyone else. So you think that they're actually in danger, gets the stakes up, and then the hero shows up late to save the day. This is all planned, saying he hates it, but later he'll be like, Eminence and Hater watches and the vid will blow up. Honestly, it would be fucking brilliant if he did this. Eminence and Shadow Hater watches it. Yeah, honestly, yes. That would be actually a fucking godlike idea.
This is a fully functioning fantasy land with nations vying for power.
To be fair, random bullshit by rich people that everyone has to take seriously has a pretty storied history of literally all of history. This is actually perfectly realistic, and I hate saying those words in relation
He's warming up. He's warming up.
to the show. Not the bullshit fantasy aspect, but if you're powerful enough, you can make dumb shit happen because it's funny.
Yeah.
Insert reference to a dumbass sending a car into space because they could.
Secret organizations manipulating the global politics. Characters are in a life or death struggle to defend the homeland they so love, and then along comes this dude. Countries pour their resources into figuring out what exactly is Shadow Garden, who's in it, what do they want, what are their goals and motivations, how does their presence affect
I
the
can't
world?
get over the fact that the wanted poster for Shadow is this. Like, look at this shit.
Into figuring out what exactly is Shadow Garden, who's in it, what do they want, what are their goals
Wait,
and
wait.
motivations, how does
This is Shadow's best depiction? Bro. Straight up could be fucking Quentin, dude.
their presence affect the world? And meanwhile, Sid's just there like,
Yeah, Sid has zero romantic interest in anyone, but when I say a harem, I'm not saying the main character has to have a romantic interest. I'm just saying he's surrounded by waifus everywhere he goes.
Shadow Man say power. Everyone is playing Game of Thrones while Sid is playing Dungeons and Dragons, except he is every dungeon master's worst nightmare. Someone who just makes shit up as he goes along, breaks every rule of the game, ignores the big shiny thing that is shouting, "This is the plot!" but is incapable of rolling anything but nat 20. And so everything he ends up doing has
What?
Feel
What?
called out because that's my entire D&D group.
Again, I feel like this video is fucking calling out to his soul. Now he's comparing his D&D group, a dungeon master, bro. I don't know. I feel like he would really love this show. It's just the initial cringe barrier that he can relate to so much that prevents him from watching it.
Single one of us at the worst possible time. Yeah. Oh, being compared to this guy actually kind of hurts a bit.
No, he's so cool though.
Keep me in theme with the rest of this video.
Real consequences to the world.
Sometimes, if shit gets too personal, sometimes if you see someone say something, you watch something, and it hurts you to your soul, you know what that usually means? It usually means it's very relatable. It usually means that the video or something you heard might be actually true. You're trying to avoid and run away from it. But exactly, dude feels calls out. And sometimes that's not a bad thing. You just have to embrace it, just like the Eminence in Shadow embraces cringe.
Around him. A lot of people have compared this to Overlords, but I think this is actually closer
One
to
Punch Man.
Isekai One Punch Man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yep.
The reason I'm making this video is because I'm praying that this doesn't
Oh, he loved that actually. He loved that. He's like, seriously? Huh. Maybe he does like One Punch Man.
stop at just 2 seasons.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm excited to get more of the Isekai greats, but
Wait, it already has 2 seasons?
Yeah, season 2 is confirmed. We're airing right now, but then again, this obviously videos from 7 months ago. Yeah?
for the love of God,
Third season's probably gonna come out too, bro.
give
Overlord, Eminence and Shadow collab already happened, bro.
me 5 more double Big Mac meals of this, please. Eminence and Shadow is a series that should not work, but somehow it does. This is what happens when every single person working on an anime absolutely understands the
Yes.
assignment.
Everybody
It's a series
knows.
which gives absolutely
Over-the-top
zero
dumbassery.
fucks in being
Yes, over-the-top dumbassery that everyone loves, and you can tell that this studio has poured their sweat and soul into the shows, and it shows it, dude. I love this show.
cringy, edgy, or childish. Sid is a man who laughed so hard it became reality, but the more you watch, the more you get sold on his bullshit. It throws at you every trope, every cliche, every eye-rolling corny line you've ever heard in your life, and you end up eating that shit up like it's the first time you've
give me
ever
more.
seen an anime. This is what happens when you reach the peak of trashy, entertaining isekai,
Yes.
and I don't know what
And
more
give it
can
to a
do
bunch of people who
reach
actually know what they're
even
doing,
greater
yeah.
heights.
I don't want to be the last boss. I want to be the one
He's gonna say the line.
who operates from the shadows.
I actually made it.
The Eminence in Shadow.
The Eminence and Shadow.
He said the line.
Perfect.
Oh, I know you love that shit. Come on. I know you're cringing. I know you're cringing, but you can relate to it, maybe.
For a second. So all I'm getting from this is my
Okay.
initial impression of the show was completely accurate, and I should watch
Yes.
it anyways because my initial impression was completely accurate.
So he does understand that the show is all about cringe. It's very a self-aware show, right? It's trying to be cringe, and he should watch it.
And I think it's a good reason, but I'm not sure.
Again. He's not sure because I think it's too relatable. Dude, this guy's gonna be the biggest Eminence in Shadow like lover, dude. What? What?
It feels like more of a hate watch in my case than Velma.
You would hate watch this show and compare it to Velma?
You know the one I'm talking about. The one that tried to pretend it was Scooby-Doo but had no Scooby-Doo.
It's not the same at all, but it is the same in the sense that how he feels about Velma and Eminence in Shadow.
Honestly, I've heard people dislike it for other reasons. I never really went further when I heard it was a Scooby-Doo show without Scooby-Doo. After that point, I don't care.
What? What?
Yeah, sure, fuck it. I'm gonna check it out because why not?
This fucking guy baited us, bro. He's probably just caught up. He's probably like, if I check this channel right now, will it have a bunch of Eminence in Shadow videos? Don't tell me, bro. Like, let's look at this, right? Let's look at this.
Alright,
Let's go to the videos. Let's look at search. Eminence. Nah, it's just one video about this.
Okay, Dignity would be one, but I'm on YouTube. We already know I have none of that, so I have nothing to lose. Yeah,
True, true.
sure. When I come back and nothing had to be edited out to save my skin because I didn't say anything that my wife would
Yeah, I thought he'd make like an Eminence in Shadow review or something, even though it's not a reaction.
not approve of. Nothing like that happened, so we're fine. And I can just go watch this and have, I was going to say fun as a joke, but let's be honest, I don't want to stretch it that far.
You're gonna love it. It's not just gonna be a fun experience. You're gonna fucking love every moment of it, even though you're saying that you hate it. Wait, why am I reacting to a reaction? because I'm a fucking content god. And you know what's gonna happen if this video does well? He's gonna react to my reaction of me reacting to him, reacting to Gigguk. And this is an infinite loop. You understand? My laziness in content creation knows no bounds. I am a professional leecher, and I fucking know how to game this.
It's gonna be a hate watch. Ugh, God, I'm kind of worried. I might actually end up.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
Stupid. I usually like over the top stupid. Just usually it's funny, and I didn't. Yeah.
He makes a lot of fun noises though.
This hurts my head. I don't know what to think, and I'm going to take a recommendation to check out something that is admittedly horrible.
No, it's not horrible. It's so bad that it's good.
Because it's horrible.
Yes.
I feel like I just got recommended Boku no Pico by someone who's putting on a really good act.
Not comparable. No, it's not the same.
I honestly can't tell if that's a joke or not. Yeah. Well, let's see how this goes. I'll say, you guys know the deal. There's a link below to the original video. Hit it up. And if you like this or you want to see me suffer through things that break my head a bit, stick
like
around.
The video.
This is basically my entire content. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Adios.
Now, give the video a like if you enjoyed this video. Give him a sub if you did. And again, at the end of the day, these are just purely guys just talking about anime. It's not serious. And for the fact that someone actually had the balls to say something negative or critique Eminence and Shadow, go against the popular trend, I can definitely respect someone for doing that. Like, God knows I ain't gonna do it, right? Say what you will. I think he stated his opinion. He knows that the show is intensely trying to be bad. And I think at a certain point, the cringe was too relatable. And there was many points in this show where he was like, fuck, I'm gonna love this show, isn't he? I bet that he watched it, and I bet he enjoyed. Anyways, we do these live reactions 7 a.m. PST, YouTube, every weekday. So hope to see you guys there. Bye-bye.